Welcome to the Catamount Football Show with Coach Matt Land. I'm Bill Mayo, and this week we're going to take a look back at the Douglas County game and also talk about the upcoming homecoming contest with the Paulding County Patriots. So stay right here. We'll be back with more Catamount football after these messages.
Hi, I'm Charles R. Hicks Sr., the owner here at Transformers Transmission Complete Auto Repair Specialist. Welcome to our brand new facility. Here at Transformers, we specialize in all automatic and manual foreign and domestic transmissions, not to mention brakes, AC tune-ups, and much, much more. Come on in and relax in our lounge while our technicians take care of your automotive needs. Here at Transformers Transmission, we can make it shift, we can make it cold, we can make it stop, and I guarantee we can make it go.
Jason Denson, Ford of Dalton, North Georgia's fastest growing dealership. New vehicles come with my exclusive 10-year, 150,000-mile warranty. I will do whatever it takes to earn your business. Ford of Dalton, there's no reason to shop anywhere else.
Thank you to all of our customers and clients over the years.
Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty's been guiding the Dalton-Whitfield community home since 1974.
Please contact the #1 real estate company in Northwest Georgia for all your real estate needs.
Hi, I'm Mitch Sanford, President of First Bank of Dalton. During these challenging times filled with uncertainties, there is one thing that is still certain, and that is your bankers at First Bank of Dalton are still here to meet with you, take your call, and assist you with all of your financial needs. We have served our community for over 20 years, and we are still making local decisions and providing exceptional service, even if that looks a bit different today. At First Bank of Dalton, we are still putting you first.
All right, back to Catamount Football. Coach Land, let's talk a little bit about, even though I don't really want to, let's talk a little bit about the Douglas County game Friday night. Just what a collection of defensive line and corners and everything else, right?
Yeah. I mean, the one thing that you looked at, it started in pregame. We had heard about particularly the three defensive linemen that you're talking about, which we should be talking about four, because to me, 55 was kind of the cog in the wheel. He kind of kept it all going, the nose guard, and you'll see in the game. Absolutely. I mean, but what made it so, to me, refreshing to a degree is we've played great athletes. We've played big athletes. But these guys were out there an hour beforehand working on what I would deem the micros of their job. I mean, they were literally working on fine-tuning things. And I think that's when we knew, this is different than playing teams that have big players or good players. These guys were very well coached. And so there's no surprise that they're one of the better teams in our classification. But I think secondly, and I think this is the probably the story of the night, at least from a comparative purpose, is you really saw the difference in what a team that has great athletes looks like, teams that are when we've talked about them, they just go out and they're just going to beat you because they're better. But teams that really, it's almost like, and we talked about this in our staffing, it's almost like they think they're average. And so they got to do extra. So whether it's scheming, whether it's coaching, whether it's game preparation, whether it's COVID preparation, I mean whatever. This is a team that truly, when you looked at it top to bottom, they were a top team, and definitely probably to me, as good as Carrollton was, I think they're the best team we've played all year. Yeah, I think so too. And it's surprising to say that. I didn't think coming into it, but after dealing with them on Friday night and seeing who they were. If they'll just stick their guns on offense, and not outthink themselves, some offensive coordinators do that. Absolutely,
because they can just plow people out of the way and
still
throw it when they need to.
Oh, absolutely. And you and I were standing down there. They had four quarterbacks that could start for any team in our region right now. The old region we were in, they could have started for any of those teams. They had four guys that could literally spin the ball. So it wasn't just on the defensive side that they were stacked. It was on the offensive side as well. So once again, just looking at the game, I can't say enough about our players. Our seniors continue to lead phenomenal, man. I mean, they're taking us out there and we're fighting till the end. And I'm. Somebody was asking me, why aren't we throwing at the end of the game and all that? You know what? I'm listening to those guys behind me, and they're saying, Coach, let's score. We got them. You know what? We're scoring. And we're going to keep doing what we're doing. And yeah, we had 2 pick sixes, and in Ashland's defense, I mean, I called the plays.
At that point, they know we're throwing.
They know you're throwing. Absolutely,
So,
you're dropping 8.
That's right.
Yeah.
That is what it is. I agree 1,000% with you. We owe it to the kids to keep pushing, to keep going hard at the end of the game. I don't care what the score is.
That's right.
If it's 40-0 or 4-0, we need to keep playing hard at the end. That to me, that last touchdown we scored at Rome.
Yep.
At the end of the game, that was important to score.
Absolutely,
it was important to score, and it was
absolutely,
and that's why we were pushing so hard Friday night, calling timeouts, trying to call 2 plays in the huddle. Let's get another score on the board.
Well, I like what you said. We owe it to these young men because they're putting the time in on Monday through Thursday, and we keep talking about controllables. There's a lot of things about that game Friday night we cannot control. There's a lot of things about being in this classification, being in this region we can't control. What we can control is preparing Monday through Sunday and getting it back up and start it all over again.
Giving up at the end of a game, handing the ball off 3 times, letting the clock run out.
No.
Not doing it.
No. We're not as long as I'm the head coach.
That's not who we are.
No,
that's
not
who
we
we're
are.
doing.
That's right.
That's
right.
I've had some people say something to me.
And I'm not going to judge another team for doing that against us.
Right.
They have an obligation to their – our job is to stop them. And our job is to score just like theirs is as well. And to me, I would almost consider it more of a – there was a running clock in the last – keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing – you may do it with a different group of kids, but keep doing what you're doing. Those young men deserve that. And I was very proud of our guys fought. Our coaches were coaching right up to that last tick on the clock. And these guys are learning, and we talked about it in the locker room, these guys are learning life lessons that's more than about football. To me, it's the greatest sport because it teaches you to be successful. Yep. You got to get up one more time than you get knocked down. And certainly in this scenario, they're learning this lesson the hard way. I'm proud of every one of those kids. I'm proud of our coaching staff. Really appreciate the fans being with us and staying with us and cheering for these guys the full 48 minutes.
Absolutely. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back in just a minute.
Direct Packaging is your complete one-stop packaging supplier of choice. In addition to being the largest in-stock packaging and adhesive supplier in North Georgia, Direct Packaging also manufactures boxes while adhering to the same service standards our customers have come to expect. With over 170,000 square feet of packaging and specialty films, boxes, and adhesives, we are the leader for packaging supplies. Direct Packaging is committed to our customers. We have a dedicated fleet ready to serve you. We pride ourselves in being able to deliver upon receipt in a 60-mile radius within a 4-hour window. Our friendly staff is very knowledgeable and willing to help in any way that we can. With years of experience in the packaging industry, we can find the right product that suits your packaging needs. Direct Packaging also believes in supporting our community. We proudly serve by giving back to local organizations that make the Dalton area such a great place to live. Proud of the work we do, dedicated to the customers we serve. Direct Packaging, your largest single-source packaging distributor manufacturer in North Georgia. Contact us today.
Kaler Industrial Sales after-hours service. This is Raymond. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, sure can. We can meet you in about 15 minutes. Does that work? Hey, Heath, you got to go to work.
I'm go.
Good hit, Aiden. Good hit.
Papa, why are you and Dad always running off to work like that?
Well, at Kaler Industrial, we always tell our customers we don't expect their business, we earn their business.
Back on the Catamount Football Show, we got the first of our 2 coaches interview segments tonight. We got Coach Cole Bennett. Coach, welcome to the show.
It is a pleasure to be here, Coach Mayo. This is one of my favorite days of the year, besides Thanksgiving.
I know you really like talking and social interaction and all that. That is right in your
right up my alley. It's really my forte.
That and group hugs.
Oh, I love group hugs. The more the merrier.
So let's talk a little bit about your role. First, let's talk about what you've taken on a new responsibility at the school this year. You have become a squid coach. So so talk about that, what you're doing, because I think that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, so when I first moved over to high school about 4 years ago, I went to Principal then, Steve Bartu, about getting swimming going. And education kind of moved slowly, and I did some research, found out some fascinating facts about why we don't have swimming anymore. But then when Stephanie Hungerpiller took over, she's like, all right, let's go. And so I had to train this summer to become a lifeguard so I could save people in the event that they got stuck in the deep end. And it's been an adventure every day.
So what do you tell them? I mean, this is not the swim team.
Right.
This is swimming.
Yes, actually,
for just the regular student, right?
Right. So we have not had swimming since about the mid 1980s, I believe, was the last time I had swimming. Coach McClurg actually supervised it. But this is just regular kids. They can just sign up and take aquatics, and basically we swim. It ends up being about 30, 45 minutes during a class period, and just. Some of them can't swim. Some of them can swim very good. So all different sorts of skill level. And
do you issue floaties?
Yeah, we do actually have floaties. We have things to help them with their kicks and buoyancy. So, like I said, wide level skill there.
So I know you like to research things. What have you found out about the benefits of doing that, of swimming, and having that for the regular students?
Right, it's just a different form of low-impact cardio. It's one of those sports where the more time you put into it, the more results you can get. For guys like us who have played, who have knick-knack injuries, the water is very forgiving, so you can get a good cardio workout and it not be taxing on your joints, which is, like I said, huge for you. I've got ankle and knee problems. You've got knee and ankle problems, as well. So. Just a great alternative. The only thing that does get boring is it's kind of like being in an underwater hamster wheel, just because the scenery doesn't ever change.
Right. So let's move down to the weight room where you spend the majority of your time. Talk about what you guys have going there, and because I think it's been so impressive what we've done and what you guys have done over the last several years with the team, and also talk about what not having the workout, the winter workout and the summer workout. The difference you've seen in our team.
Right, a lot of people don't understand that guys that play for us as seniors are afforded that opportunity because they grind in the weight room for 3.5 years for that chance to play. And when you take a significant chunk of time, which is, I think it was about 5 months, that the kids couldn't work out, you really impact us as a team and those kids, their ability to perform on a Friday night. So Coach Thompson does a great job of organizing the workouts, getting them in and getting the kids motivated, but it's that kind of that long-term process of a kid who's going to grind and lift and lift and lift for the opportunity to perform and just basically squeeze out everything they got their senior year or their junior year, depending on their skill and talent level.
I think one of the points that we've talked about, and I was talking to Ty and Coy about it tonight here on the show, we're facing bigger, stronger linemen, and our guys aren't 6'5", 300 pounds, so they've got to have the strength to get in there and fight with those guys, right. And missing that workout time.
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
That, to me, I've really seen the difference. I think it's reflected in how some of our guys have been able to stand up to some of the big bodies.
Right, I think we only have maybe 2 of the offensive linemen that can really rep 225 on bench press, and that compared to the group that we had last year and the year before, right. That's just basically unheard of. But our strongest guy, Grant Halverson, and then Isaac Medina, missed a significant amount of time. This is Grant's first year playing. Right. Isaac had to miss a lot of time in the summer due to concerns he had. And they came out and as the strongest kids, but they're still nowhere near what we typically can put out.
The whole group would be so much further ahead.
Absolutely.
If we'd had that 6 months or whatever that period of time that we missed.
Critical for our kids to have that time in the weight room. These top tier teams and athletes we're playing. A lot of people don't understand. As a Division I athlete, you basically peak. You kind of plateau in high school. And the weight room is just something you do. But for you to push beyond your strength level in there, you really need to be in college around a bunch of other guys that look like you, perform like you, have goals like you, and they train like a bunch of savages. So it hurts teams like us more than it does the Carrolltons, the Romes, the South Pauldings, the Douglas Counties.
Right. Now let's move on the field. You and I work together coaching offensive line. We've been doing that now for what?
This is fourth year.
Fourth year, yeah. So what have you found being around offensive linemen? You were always kind of a little affiliated as a tight end, but now you're in the middle of them every day.
Yeah, it's funny because I look at things from the tight end in. So tight end. So you think about D gap into A gap. You look at things from A gap out to C gap. So we we argue and we have different views of opinion, but we both come at it with the same goal. But it's good because we see things different ways, and we see the different solutions based on our different perspectives. You know, as you think about pass pro working in and out, and I'm thinking about pass pro working out to in. So,
you know, I think one thing too, and of course I'm biased, but offensive line position group, to me, there's nobody else I would want to coach. I mean, they're the most unselfish, team-oriented, solid group of kids just year in and year out. I don't care what their skill level is, their personalities are that typically runs along the same line, right?
Yeah, I really embrace that attitude they have, and it's not something that's immediately apparent, and something I've learned to appreciate. You know, especially what I saw in college, and you know what I see now working with you, is that they just want to do whatever it is that's necessary to help everyone else perform, and I can really identify with that. There's a lot of things that I do, you know, being a coach here, that from the outside in, you may think, golly, that's not very glamorous. No, I don't care. Like, stuff needs to be done. The ball needs to be spotted. The clothes need to be washed. Like, I don't view that as a submenial task. I view that as a necessary issue or necessary thing that has to be accomplished in order for the program to run correctly.
Absolutely. Before we let you go, update us on the Bennett tribe. They're growing up. Yes. Every day, right?
So they're still engaging in your favorite sport, soccer. You know, Brax is 10, Briggs is 7, and Baker is not playing yet. He's 3. Brax had a lot of success this season in soccer, scoring a lot of goals. Briggs is more of a defensive-minded kid, so he's kind of developing a lot into a goalie. And Brax is making sure to practice his kicking for you so that you can have a kicker that you personally know to yell at eventually. Excellent. And Baker's come out a few times at practice to help you keep you in line.
That's right. That's right. And now don't forget about the boss of the family.
Oh yeah, the boss. You know, she keeps us all straight. Lindsay, she's still pharmacist working over at Hamilton, dodging the protocols and stuff that they're having to deal with. So she keeps us on our toes in terms of staying safe and healthy.
All right, absolutely. Well, thanks for coming on. Appreciate everything you do for the Catamount football program. Stay right here, back more in just a minute.
My name is Kelsey Harmon, and this is the Chick-fil-A Cow, and Chick-fil-A Dalton is excited to announce that we will be teaming up with the Dalton High Quarterback Club again this season. We will be providing fans with the awesome tailgate experience starting at 5:30. Be sure to be here by 6 o'clock for the catwalk and visit our tent for dinner before the game. As always, Chick-fil-A reminds you to eat more chicken and go Big Red.
We're back to Catamount football, and we've got our second coaches interview segment, Coach Ethan Marlowe. Coach, welcome to the show.
Hey, good to be here.
So why don't you, this is your first year, well, I mean, you've been part of Catamount football for a long time, but why don't you talk about what led you back to the team this year and kind of your whole history with Dalton football and where you've come from?
Yeah, so as a freshman in high school, went Northwest and decided I wanted to transfer to Dalton because my dad was from here and had a lot of family that came through here. So came over to Dalton and played here for 3.5 years. Once I graduated, went to North Georgia. And when I
graduated, defense when you're here?
Yes, sir. Played defensive line. Played for Coach Bennett and Coach Cole. Once I graduated, went to North Georgia. Didn't really know what I wanted to do, but missed sports and missed being around this program, and decided I wanted to get into coaching. So talked to Coach Bennett and Coach Land and all those guys. And
so were you intending on majoring in education when you went to North Georgia?
I was undecided, and then really quickly I decided I wanted to be in education. Thought about PE, but was kind of referred that I was told I was good at math, so do math. So that's kind of how the math world got started. And so then I got into community coaching. So I was majoring in math and community coaching. I did 2 years at Lumpkin County at the middle school. And my second year, unfortunately, our coaching staff at the varsity level got let go. So I came here and actually got to help out in 16, in the box with all you guys, which was a fun run. And then graduating college, tried to get a job and got a job at Southeast. Was there 2 years with Sean Gray and that staff. Had a lot of fun. And then Preston Pogue hired me over at North Murray last year, and we had a really good run over there. And then Coach Land gave me an opportunity to come back here this year, and I'm enjoying it.
So talk about your previous coaching experiences. I mean, different places, different philosophies, different staffs. I'm sure you've learned something everywhere you've been along the way, right?
Yeah, being a part of this program, we've had a lot of success in the past. This year's pretty tough, but we've had a lot of success. When I was at Lumpkin, I think the middle school program did not win a game before we got there, and then we won one our first year, and then came back and won 3 our second year. And then obviously being here in 16, got to see a lot of the same stuff that I knew as a player, but going into 6A, got to learn a lot of things as well. And then when I graduated and went to Southeast, Sean Gray gave me a lot of responsibilities over there. I helped with special teams and really gathered defense up together. And I coached defensive line, defensive ends, and got to gather those guys up and really get in the meat of why we do certain things scheme-wise. And then last year, with Preston and Bill Mitchell and those guys over there at North Murray, I coached the D-line and had a lot of fun and just learning a lot of different things. A lot of people like to practice the different ways and discipline certain ways and just running different schemes. Most of the stuff I was on defense. This year, being on offense, I get to see the offense side of the ball, so I'm coaching running backs. So
I was going to say, you made a big transition from defensive line to running backs. Talk about that transition and what you did to prepare yourself to coach running backs.
Yeah, so, it was kind of crazy how it came over. Originally, we thought I was going to be with the defense, and then things kind of unfolded for me to be on the offense side of the ball. And, some people may think of it as a challenge or they didn't want to do it because they're setting their ways to be there. And I just thought it was an opportunity to learn the game more. Coach Napier, one of the last things he told me was, you want to be a good defensive coach, you figure out how these high-powered offenses work. So I took it as an opportunity, so I started researching. I bought some books. I was watching videos, watching clinic stuff because, we didn't get to go to clinics this past year. And just did a lot of research and just came in with an open mind. And Coach Martinez and Coach Long and you guys have been very helpful to me, learning the offensive side of the ball. And, with the players, I was an open book just saying, I'm learning some of this stuff, but, there's a certain standard to what we do. And, having a good group of kids that come to work and they work really hard, it helped a lot as well.
So back up a second because I wanted you to edit, and I didn't ask you this previously, but I want to ask you this. What was the factors that led you to decide that, hey, I want to be a teacher and I want to be a coach?
Probably the biggest impact was the coaches, the impact you guys had on me. Originally I wanted to go into law, thinking growing up going into law, and then my uncle bought a pharmacy, and I was like, I'm going to do pharmacy, and I just decided, after job shadowing him, that wasn't for me, and I realized we're not here very long, so it ain't about the money. So I just really wanted to make an impact on people, and Dalton's a special place, and I wanted to have the same impact. I'm sure the reason you came back to coach, you wanted to impact these guys in this community the way that your coaches did. So that's kind of why I wanted to get back into coaching, especially in this area, in this location.
Yeah, and I think we have a kind of unique situation where we have, I don't know how many of us there are now. There's 6 or 7 of us that played at Dalton.
Yeah.
That's kind of a special relationship, right? Talk about that a little bit. What it means to you to.
It's really cool to coach alongside the guys that coached you, and then to see the history. And I think back, and I guess it was 16 when we all took the picture out here on the field and all our Letterman jackets, and a lot of those guys are still here. But it's really cool, and to go other places and learn different things, but always to come back here. But I mean, it comes back to the program and the kids. You want to give them the same experience that you had, and you want to keep this thing going as long as we can. So I mean, but it's really awesome working with guys that you played for and now being able to coach here as well. So
all right, very good. We certainly appreciate everything you do, and hope we'll get things going here the next couple of weeks.
Sir. All right, thank you.
We'll be back with more Catamount football after these messages.
Day by day, state by state, our country has begun to reopen. At Engineered Floors, employee safety is paramount, and we continue to take every precaution necessary to ensure a safe work environment while continuing to provide America and the world with quality floor covering solutions. To us, American-made means something, possibly now more than ever. Our commitment to manufacturing 100% of our carpet in Northwest Georgia remains steadfast in defiance of these current challenges. It is in the face of adversity that the perseverance and spirit of the American workforce shines brightest. As open signs flicker on, as streets begin to fill, it is the hands underneath the gloves and the faces behind the masks that will see us through. We are all in this together, and we will overcome.
With VidLink, OptiLink's exciting new entertainment platform, you'll have the freedom to stream VidLink content on multiple devices, even when away from home. Plus, with VidLink, you can access the widest array of content on the market. You'll get great features like Restart, Replay, cloud-based DVR storage, all HD programming, and so much more. Contact us today to see how you can get linked to the next big thing in video entertainment.
Welcome back to Catamount Football, and we've got our player interview segment. Guys, welcome to the show, and introduce yourselves, please.
Corey Gray, I'm a senior, 65, and I play the defensive line.
Iber Calzada, senior, 82, kicker punter.
All right, Iber, let's start with you. So tell me about what made you decide to become a kicker, punter, Dalton football player?
Well, I was really looking at the way I was really getting into football throughout my middle school years, and then, I just saw how good the program was during high school, and it just really motivated me to join. And I finally built up the courage this year to come up and join the Dalton Catamount football team.
So what have you found with your experience this year with the team? What's it been like? Seeing the game firsthand, being a part of the team, that kind of thing?
Oh, it's something very special being part of Friday Night Lights. It's just something unreal that, like, watching from the stands is not the same as being on the sidelines or in the game. On the
so
field.
do you like punting better or place kicking better?
Place kicking.
Oh yeah? So
yeah.
What's the tell me about that. What's the difference for you? What do you?
Well, place kicking, I feel like it's just more of my thing. I grew up playing soccer, and I'm just used to kicking, and punting is just something very different where I had to learn where to grab the ball, where to drop it, and stuff like that. And place kicking, it just comes naturally to me.
Gotcha. So you and your other two kicker buddies have kind of hang out down there with the offensive line guys, right?
Yes, sir.
So what do you think about being down there with the offensive line when we're at practice? And you guys like kicking balls at me, I know that.
Oh, yeah, it's just a really
kind of fun to be part of the team.
Yeah, kind of really fun to be part of the team.
Yeah. So how's that experience been being a part of a big group? You know, there's almost 100 guys. So how has that been? You know, being a part of a big team like that.
Well, it's just really like a big family. I think we're all just like a really big family, and I think we all get along really good.
All right, very good. Well, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Glad you came on. All right, Coy, let's talk to you. So, senior year, you've had some bumps and bruises this year. Why don't you talk a little bit about what you've been through up until this point in the season, and maybe kind of what happened on Friday night?
I've had a good bit of injuries this year. I've had a shoulder injury, an ankle injury, and now I'm on to knees. I messed up my MCL last night, grade 2 sprain. I go tomorrow to see if I have anything else wrong with it. Hopefully nothing. And I'm going to try to come back before the last game.
Well, you've done a good job of fighting through injuries. Talk about that mindset that it takes for you to do your rehab and then get back to practice and get back to playing.
It's just, if I can play, I'll play. If I can do what I can to play, I'm going to play. If I have to do rehab for like the whole week to play, I'm going to do the rehab so I can play.
Right. And you're not in a position where there's limited contact, right? You're getting hit every play. So talk a little bit about, we moved, obviously the region we were in last year was really good with Harrison and Altoona and those guys. We've moved into another region this year with these guys. Talk about what you've seen out of the offensive line, some of the offensive lines we've run up against so far in the schedule.
The offensive line is, from last year, the offensive lines we go versus this year, they're pretty good.
They're big too, aren't they? I think that's the thing I've noticed more so than anything. I mean, Harrison and that region had some good linemen and some a few big guys. But you know, Sprayberry had a big line, right? But these guys that we see every Friday night,
they're like monsters.
Yeah. So you're what, 250, 260 pounds?
230
pounds. So talk about what do you do when you match up with one of these 300-pound, 320-pound tackles or guards?
You gotta be quick. You just technique mostly just technique, because you ain't gonna be able to bull rush them. You gotta use your technique.
Right. I know the season's not gone the way you wanted it to this year, but talk about what it means for you to be a part of the team, to be a senior, to be with your classmates, and go through this year together.
I mean, it's been fun.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed every bit of it. We're just play football.
It's hard to say that it's fun when we're sitting here with the record we have, but it is. I mean, right? You're glad to be there. You're glad to be a part of the team. Be out there with the guys that you've been with the last 4 years. So I think that's a great point. I mean, Friday nights the results stink, but
during practice and workouts,
right.
I mean, we do what we have to, but we have fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Very good. Thanks for coming on and get well. Hopefully we'll see you playing on East Paulding.
Yes, sir.
All right, so right here back with more Catamount football in just a minute.
With VidLink, OptiLink's exciting new entertainment platform, you'll have the freedom to stream VidLink content on multiple devices, even when away from home. Plus, with VidLink, you can access the widest array of content on the market. You'll get great features like Restart, Replay, cloud-based DVR storage, all HD programming, and so much more. Contact us today to see how you can get linked to the next big thing in video entertainment.
Home is a place where all are welcome. It's where the story begins. It's not a place, it's a feeling. Home is where the heart is. At Furniture of Dalton, we handpick each of our 150 brands so that you can find your perfect heart's desire. Come see what you've been missing at Carpets of Dalton and Furniture of Dalton, the destination that brings you home. Exit 328 off I-75.
My name is Kelsey Harmon, and this is the Chick-fil-A Cow, and Chick-fil-A Dalton is excited to announce that we will be teaming up with the Dalton High Quarterback Club again this season. We will be providing fans with the awesome tailgate experience starting at 5:30. Be sure to be here by 6 o'clock for the catwalk and visit our tent for dinner before the game. As always, Chick-fil-A reminds you to eat more chicken and go Big Red.
Welcome back to Catamount Football. We continue our player interview. We've got a very special guest. We're going to have him by himself on here. Introduce yourself, Todd.
My name is Todd Thurman, senior, left guard, number 71.
All right, Todd. So this is our fourth year together. Offensive line, right?
Yes, sir.
So talk to me about being an offensive lineman this year with the team. And it's been an unusual year for us as an offensive line because we had a bunch of guys that all graduated last year, and really all you guys have really getting your first starting experience. Talk about how that's been and how it's been learning to work together as a group.
It's pretty fun learning with the whole new group and like learning like stuff like last year people have learned, and see how like more difficult it is to learn.
Right. I'm going to ask you one of the same questions I asked Coy. We were in a pretty tough region before, but we've switched. Talk about some of the challenges we've seen out of some of the Carrolltons and South Pauldings and the guys from Friday Night, Douglas County. It's a whole different level of athlete, isn't it?
Yes, sir. It's pretty tough knowing that like you playing against people that you can see on Saturday nights. Georgia commits, Georgia Tech commits, and all of them.
I think South Paulding had a guy going to Tennessee. I mean, we just go right down the list, It's definitely been a battle. What do you think one of the key things about being an offensive lineman is? What do you think some of the important attributes are?
Technique and knowing what you're doing.
Yeah. I think you hit it right on the head, right? Technique is extremely important, especially with the size and the skill level of some of the people we're playing. If you've got proper technique, it's much easier to, or it helps you make your blocks, right? And then of course, being smart and knowing your assignment, and that's definitely a key thing. So, similar question with Coy. I know this is not certainly the results of the games haven't been what we wanted, but tell me how it's been such a unique year with what you guys went through with no spring practice, no summer. How has it been? How have you guys adjusted? How has the season been with dealing with all the COVID stuff and everything else going on?
In my opinion, the season is more better because we communicated more on the off season and during the season.
Yeah, because we couldn't get together, right? We had to have Zoom calls and all the things that we did in March, April, May. You know, that definitely made it a challenge. All right, so we've got 2 games left. Goal is to win outright and play good as a team and make some big progress, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on. Look forward to watching you on the field. So right here, back with more Catamount football in just a minute.
Buy from the pros who know at Proformance Sports Academy. Our pro shop has one of the largest selections of bats, gloves, and cleats in the North Georgia area, featuring Rawlings, Wilson, Louisville Slugger, DeMarini, Mizuno, and the largest New Balance cleat dealer in the area. We provide baseball and softball gear for travel leagues, rec leagues, middle school, and high school programs. Get your baseball and softball training, equipment, and uniforms from the former collegiate and professional players who know at Proformance Sports Academy. ProformanceSportsAcademy.com.
You know what makes Carpet Express different from other flooring companies? We care about you. So that you can make the right choice for your home, at Carpet Express we offer carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, ceramic tile, and luxury vinyl tile. We don't only sell you a product. At Carpet Express, we offer quality installation backed by a warranty. We don't stock 1 or 2 products. At Carpet Express, we stock up to 100 different products in each category at affordable prices. So come to Carpet Express where we care about you.
Well, it's good to be back at Harmon Field. It seemed like it had been a long time since we played a home game.
No doubt, no doubt. It's always good to be back at Harmon. Harmon is a special place. And on top of that, I think, just the neatness of, playing on a grass surface. Every game we play, every team that we play has AstroTurf except for us.
Yep.
So it's fun to get out and get back on the natural surface again. Great job here by our cover team. Tate Benton right there doing a great job. A.J. Hernandez, Bentley Myers getting in there. We get a high snap. We saw this in the beginning, when they were warming up. The young men that they were using at that position has snapped a couple during pregame. And the defense is going to come back right here and hold and put us in a good position right here.
That's a great job right there. A good example of just keeping everything in front of you, right?
Yeah, know the sticks.
That's right.
So they come out right here and try to run a fake punt right off the bat and wound up, we got a fumble out of it. You'll see right here, Caleb Hernandez. Caleb maybe played the best game that he's played this year. Yeah, very solid, but comes back with a fumble recovery as well.
Great block by Tyson Greenway right there on the corner. And Warner Ross got hit a little hard.
Yeah, Warner got earhold there by 33. That was and then this right here, of course, is
the
aftermath.
Made him a little angry.
You can see right here. Good job right there, Tyson.
Yeah. Boop. Oh, Warner. Have your head on the swivel. It's amazing how fast number 33 was right there. He almost caught,
he weighs 235 pounds.
Yeah. So at this point, let's go home.
Yeah, we tried to sit on a lead. You can't do that, can you?
No.
Once again, another great job. Caleb Hernandez, once again, played just a great job. And, we talked a little bit about this, just if you look right there at the size of some of these linemen. I mean, it's really amazing. But, what we do on defense is very simple. You're going to have to chase us. We're not going to let you just stand there and pound on us. Although late in the game, they figured it out and began to find us. And, but certainly these guys right here, our defense just does an outstanding job right here, particularly Assad Tanner coming up right there off the corner position. Brock Johnson, good pursuit right there. Austin Fisher had a very active game the other night. Great job, though, right there by Caleb. Taking that throwing lane. But once again, this is the play. Talk about that.
Well, that's their wide receiver. They bring him in a wildcat when they've been moving the ball right down the field and take this guy out.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
Yeah, and then they come back and throw just a beauty of a throw right there.
Absolutely.
So, anyhow, so to go up 7-6, And right here, once again, a good job. Tyson Neal has really stepped up and just played really, really well for us. Just really, really, really well, and given up quite a bit of weight. And
Good
once
tackle.
again, right here, great job by Caleb Hernandez. And Hezekiah Duncan, a transplant. And then this right here, that's a big league throw right there. Back shoulder throw, good coverage, but there was a penalty on it and negated the gain. Wound up getting on a punt to us and come back here.
Good job by Ashton of scrambling around and finding Luke, but we ended up having to punt. What a great effort right here by the kicker.
This could have been the play of the game, which is never really what you want for a play of the game, but that right there was a heck of a play by J.J. Robledo.
And there they are celebrating. Kickers.
You need a ponytail like that.
I do. I did look good with that.
Yeah, that's what you don't like about kickers. Great job right here by our defense pressuring this young man. They played a couple of different quarterbacks. This one is a little bit more, great job, Mauricio Quintero right there, whipping his block and getting off of it. Just a good job right there playing. Once again right there, coming off that play right there, and once again, Caleb, like I said, Caleb had just a very, very solid game and setup. See a couple of young guys in there, Brandon Arredondo and John Ridley getting in there and getting some pressure on these guys. Right, I thought we had that. It was so close right there. But anyhow, we get a shank off right there, and of course they get a bounce, and we can take over on the 31.
Good field position. Try to take advantage of a double pass here, and they had shown on film that they were susceptible to that, but just didn't quite get it executed like we wanted to.
Wasn't susceptible that time.
No,
Is that
not
what
that
you're
time.
saying?
That's right.
Good job. And I tell you what,
job
Brady
hanging on.
Penley had another good game the other night. Brandon Arredondo, we just got him back off of COVID quarantine.
The Corona reserve list.
Yeah, Corona reserve list. That's right. And boy, his energy and his hustle was certainly welcomed. Certainly welcomed. But a great job by Brady Penley right there. And right here, great tip, good read by Parker Adams. Once again, back to your point, trying to do something that's probably not in their wheelhouse. Great job by AJ
Offensive coordinator just outsmarting himself.
Absolutely, absolutely. AJ Hernandez right there does a great job coming up with the interception. Once again, I love the excitement. Love to see those guys getting excited like that. That's great right there. But good pressure, and then certainly right there a good tip drill, and then staying with the ball and concentrating on it.
End up having to kick after this possession.
Good solid kick. He averaged over 40 yards the other night. And Pendleman, this guy was very, very dangerous, very similar to the kid at Alexander. So good pressure right here. Once again, great job by Brady Penley just staying with the tackle and taking care of that young man as he ran backwards. You'll see it right here. He runs just a little shallow route and got to keep dropping right there, Caleb. Keep dropping. And once again, way to come up and good job right there by Brady. Great job.
Left tackle is huge.
Yeah, and look at him pulling.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Once again, they were able to move the ball down the field, get down in a scoring position. Goes up 21-6, and then, of course, right here we get a decent return by Warner Ross. Good job right here. Just getting what he can.
So going into half, 21-6.
Our country has begun to reopen.
Hi, I'm Charles R. Hicks Sr., the owner here at Transformers Transmission Complete Auto Repair Specialist. Welcome to our brand new facility. Here at Transformers, we specialize in all automatic and manual foreign and domestic transmissions, not to mention brakes, AC tune-ups, and much, much more. Come on in and relax in our lounge while our technicians take care of your automotive needs. Here at Transformers Transmission, we can make it shift, we can make it cold, we can make it stop, and I guarantee we can make it go.
Jason Denson, Ford of Dalton, North Georgia's fastest growing dealership. New vehicles come with my exclusive 10-year, 150,000-mile warranty. I will do whatever it takes to earn your business. Ford of Dalton, there's no reason to shop anywhere else.
Homeward bound, I wish I was homeward bound. Home, where my thoughts escaping, home, where my music's
Why should you make the switch to First Bank of Dalton?
My bank gives back to our community.
My bank understands our changing needs.
My bank made my dream home my home.
My bank has the tools I need to manage my business.
My bank helps me save.
My bank make decisions locally.
Need more reasons? Stop by and see why First Bank of Dalton should be your bank for life.
We were able to celebrate our CATS program,
Yes.
which is our young kids programs, and a congratulations to our 10U team and our 12U team. Won their Super Bowls and were the champions for the league. So,
that's fantastic.
Congratulations to those guys and the coaches. They worked hard. Those guys start in the summer when we do, and keep working through the year. And so it paid off this weekend. So congratulations, Cats.
Absolutely.
Once again, you see our defense right here doing a good job of stifling here. They had a couple of little plays that got them down the field, but right here they force them into a fourth down right there. And we get a quick punt, and the offense takes over.
Yep. Warner coming back on a counter play, does a nice job of getting the ball at the field. We ended up having to kick, but we were able to flip the field position.
And we should make this comment. One reason happened tonight is Ashton aggravated his ankle again.
Yes.
He's been hobbled by that all year, and we just needed to get him a couple of series to try to kind of get his legs up underneath him, see if we could get it taped and wrapped and get him back out on the field. You tell here he's a little hobbled. Really doesn't have the ability to really drive off that back foot.
And this is what we were talking about in the part about the game, that they know we're throwing it, so look how many guys they have back. It's difficult to.
But I think you made a great point, though, the Bill, that's got to be kind of talked about to a degree. These guys, their box six was so good.
Yes.
They didn't shift.
No.
They didn't
blitz.
I mean, if you watch our defense, we're having to constantly move people around and get people in the right positions and stuff. They don't have to do that. They played the box six, and that's it. Everybody else, and really, they really are dropping. They're dropping seven. I mean, those linebackers are just running to the ball.
They were very, very vanilla on which is, as a defensive coordinator, that's what you want to be able to do.
That's
right?
a dream.
Just line
Absolutely.
up and play your base stuff and don't have to take any chances.
That's exactly right.
And they're good enough physically to do that. So it'll be interesting to see how they play. I think they play Rome this week. Be interesting to see how that game turns out.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting game. You're right. Mm-hmm. You're exactly right. Once again, though, we were able to turn them over on downs right here, get our offense. We moved the ball. You saw Tyson Greenway making some good plays there earlier. Here, a couple of good runs. Here, you're seeing him make a good play. Here's one of the places where we called a couple of plays. Got it into the huddle, got them back out there. Good job getting the ball down to Kareem down the middle of the field. Come back here, and we're just trying to get some kind of quick strike.
Score a touchdown.
Yeah, and we're able to make a completion there to Journey Boston, of course, right there at the end of the game. And once again, 41-6. So proud of our kids, though. Thought they fought hard the entire game. And good luck to Douglas County the rest of the way.
Direct Packaging is your complete one-stop packaging supplier of choice. In addition to being the largest in-stock packaging and adhesive supplier in North Georgia, Direct Packaging also manufactures boxes while adhering to the same service standards our customers have come to expect. With over 170,000 square feet of packaging and specialty films, boxes, and adhesives, we are the leader for packaging supplies. Direct Packaging is committed to our customers. We have a dedicated fleet ready to serve you. We pride ourselves in being able to deliver upon receipt in a 60-mile radius within a 4-hour window. Our friendly staff is very knowledgeable and willing to help in any way that we can. With years of experience in the packaging industry, we can find the right product that suits your packaging needs. Direct Packaging also believes in supporting our community. We proudly serve by giving back to local organizations that make the Dalton area such a great place to live. Proud of the work we do, dedicated to the customers we serve. Direct Packaging, your largest single-source packaging distributor manufacturer in North Georgia. Contact us today.
Day by day, state by state, our country has begun to reopen. At Engineered Floors, employee safety is paramount, and we continue to take every precaution necessary to ensure a safe work environment while continuing to provide America and the world with quality floor covering solutions. To us, American-made means something, possibly now more than ever. Our commitment to manufacturing 100% of our carpet in Northwest Georgia remains steadfast in defiance of these current challenges. It is in the face of adversity that the perseverance and spirit of the American workforce shines brightest. As open signs flicker on, as streets begin to fill, it is the hands underneath the gloves and the faces behind the masks that will see us through. We are all in this together, and we will overcome.
All right, Coach, let's talk a little bit real quick about Paulding County, our opponent this week. Good team coming in. So,
Yeah.
Maybe not quite the level of some of these others, but they're still a very good team.
Sure. No, this team is another good team. Certainly, not. I wouldn't put them obviously in the classification of a Douglas, although they beat Douglas.
They beat Douglas,
and that's kind of an interesting point. But I mean, from a depth standpoint, they're probably not. They don't have the sidelines, but they're a very, very good football team. They actually have the #1 outside linebacker in the country that's not committed, a young man who has been sidelined, we think, to injury. I went down and scouted him a couple of weeks ago on our off week and watched him play. He's probably, we're hoping he comes back the game 10,
that's right,
November 20th. We're praying for that, and hoping that he's able to come back then. No, but at the end of the day, these guys are very talented, very skilled. Offensively, going to be a lot of what we are. You're going to see that spread, inside zone, outside zone. They are very large up front. But at the same time, like to get the ball on the perimeter, and so I think our defense is going to have their hands cut out for them.
Defensively, they're a 3-3 front, something we've seen a couple times early in the season. So we're back to that, back to that scheme.
South Paulding, I think, was the last team that we had.
Yes.
So,
and they move well, and just like these other guys. So it's going to be a definite challenge for us.
Skilled team, skilled guys are good. I mean, they're going to be solid in the kicking game. So we're going to have to do our best.
All right. We'll be back in just a minute.
Kaler Industrial Sales after hours service. This is Raymond. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, sure can. We can meet you in about 15 minutes. Does that work? Hey, Heath, you got to go to work.
I'm go.
Good hit, Aiden. Good hit.
Papa, why are you and Dad always running off to work like that?
Well, at Kaler Industrial, we always tell our customers we don't expect their business, we earn their business.
With VidLink, OptiLink's exciting new entertainment platform, you'll have the freedom to stream VidLink content on multiple devices, even when away from home. Plus, with VidLink, you can access the widest array of content on the market. You'll get great features like Restart, Replay, cloud-based DVR storage, all HD programming, and so much more. Contact us today to see how you can get linked to the next big thing in video entertainment.
Home is a place where all are welcome. It's where the story begins. It's not a place, it's a feeling. Home is where the heart is. At Furniture of Dalton, we handpick each of our 150 brands so that you can find your perfect heart's desire. Come see what you've been missing at Carpets of Dalton and Furniture of Dalton, the destination that brings you home. Exit 328 off I-75.
My name is Kelsey Harmon, and this is the Chick-fil-A Cow, and Chick-fil-A Dalton is excited to announce that we will be teaming up with the Dalton High Quarterback Club again this season. We will be providing fans with the awesome tailgate experience starting at 5:30. Be sure to be here by 6 o'clock for the catwalk and visit our tent for dinner before the game. As always, Chick-fil-A reminds you to eat more chicken and go Big Red.
Buy from the pros who know at Performance Sports Academy. Our pro shop has one of the largest selections of bats, gloves, and cleats in the North Georgia area, featuring Rawlings, Wilson, Louisville Slugger, DeMarini, Mizuno, and the largest New Balance cleat dealer in the area. We provide baseball and softball gear for travel leagues, rec leagues, middle school, and high school programs. Get your baseball and softball training, equipment, and uniforms from the former collegiate and professional players who know at Performance Sports Academy. PerformanceSportsAcademy.com.
You know what makes Carpet Express different from other flooring companies? We care about you so that you can make the right choice for your home At Carpet Express, we offer carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, ceramic tile, and luxury vinyl tile. We don't only sell you a product. At Carpet Express, we offer quality installation backed by a warranty. We don't stock 1 or 2 products. At Carpet Express, we stock up to 100 different products in each category at affordable prices. So come to Carpet Express where we care about you.
All right, Coach, time to wrap up the show here, and it's homecoming, so have at it.
Go to the website.
There's no parade.
Yeah, that's right. There actually is some changes. So I would encourage you to go to the Dalton High School website, go to Dalton Public Schools, and then go to Dalton High School from there, and it'll have listed all the activities, and I'm assuming all the different classes that are having amended or abbreviated or whatever we're calling it in this COVID 2020 asterisk season. I think some of that stuff has some links on there as well. So get out and enjoy the second game here at Harmon. Final game at Harmon Field. So really get out, come out and support these guys, see the field, enjoy one last time here at Harmon Field. And like I said, homecoming, it's an exciting time.
Should be 70 degrees, so nice weather.
That's right.
Everybody comes out, need to come out and support our kids. They need the shot in the arm. That's right.
Absolutely, come out.
All right. We'll wrap up the show like we always do. Say we'll be back next week, same cat time, same cat channel.
Go Big Red.